Hi. After quite some time, I just had the really inner impulse and also a feeling of joy to finally do another video on my channel. I'm very grateful for the new subscribers and yeah, thank you for your interest. So what I wanted to tell you and wanted to talk about in this video was something that I had to learn, not the hard way, but it was quite a thing for me for a long time. And that is, just learn not to try too hard, not to be so hard on yourself. And the reason why I'm talking about this in my QHHT channel is because there is a connection between you not knowing who you really are, not knowing how powerful you really are, and trying too hard. So actually, the revelation came many times, and I often felt like, oh, now I have it, I got it, and then I forgot, then I lost it. And this happened quite maybe more than 20 times, that I just had the revelation, I had some insight, I thought, oh no, I've got it, oh. Sometimes I even wrote it down, and then it's something about this 3D matrix we're living in, that I just forgot it and just went on struggling and trying to improve myself, trying to improve the conditions I was living in. And then when I went through my QHHT training, we learned that it is the most important thing to leave it, to leave the success, to leave the healing, to leave the work even, to the SC. SC is the short term for subconscious mind. Dolores Cannon was talking about it as subconscious mind. Some practitioners nowadays call it the superconscious mind, out of respect, because they say it's so powerful. We should give it a new name. We should call it the superconscious mind. Anyway, however you call it, it is very powerful. And as long as you don't know that you are connected to this higher part of yours, as long as you don't know that, or if you haven't embodied that in your physical form and not understood it in your mind constructions, you will be always struggling and trying to move matter around. Change matter by struggling and trying very hard, and this will never be enough. I think nearly everyone I know and around the globe knows the feeling of not being good enough, not being perfect enough, not having perfected skills enough, good enough. That's a very, very big subject for most of the people. So what a revelation to hear, or just leave it to the SC, leave it to your higher self, leave it to your subconscious mind. And then you would all probably say, okay, that's it. What? So easy? Shouldn't I work harder? Shouldn't I fight a little bit more? Shouldn't it be more tiring? Shouldn't it? I don't know. That's what I learned from my family. It's going to be it has to be tough and tiring, and you have to struggle and whatnot. And yeah, And actually, by struggling and fighting, you get more chances to fight, because the universe thinks, oh, she wants to fight. Yes, give her another opportunity to get some more good fights and to, fight and struggle more. And yeah, so when you have a QHHT session, this connection to your higher part gets established through this deep level of concentration, or this deep level of relaxation you get in during a session. And you become aware of your outer or your higher layers, the outer or higher layers of your consciousness. And the more aware you are of them, the more they, or it, however you want to call it, I call it they, because for me it feels like a beingness, like an entity, part of me, but still an entity. So I call it they. I call them they because they feel to me like a collective. And the funny thing is, many people have the same suggestions about that without having talked to each other. So I had this imagination of they even before I heard that other people had the same insights about it. So the more you let them into your awareness, into your daily life, and the more you become aware of them and allow them to help you, the easier it gets. So actually, you have to do less than you think. And the funny thing is a very funny story, because my mind in my past was always about doing. What should I do? What's the purpose in my life? La 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 blah blah. And I once had a very inspiring session with one of the most enlightened persons I ever met in my life. And I asked him, I was shivering in front of him because I considered him to be so much higher than me, and his energy was really strong. I could feel that even back then, when I was still very, you could say, I was feeling very small those days. And I really had the urge to know what I should do in my life. What should I do? What's my purpose? Why am I here? I have to do something. I have to be useful. I have to do something. And then he started laughing. And I felt really ridiculous. And he said to me, yes, Gita, what? You always want to do things, do all the day, do this, do that. And I really felt ashamed, because then I saw an inner image about me running around all the time doing things, doing this, doing that. Even my meditation practice was a doing. I did the meditation, then I did the yoga, then I did the healthy breakfast, and it was all like a mind program, which was not working in the way I was doing it as it was like a running behind myself to improve, but in a very strict and a very constricted way. I can't say anything else about it. It was very strict, very firm, very unnatural way. And he was laughing, and then he said to me, you're breathing in, you're breathing out, what else do you want? Breath goes in, something like that. Breath goes in, breath goes out, what more do you want? And I felt, and then I really felt that I don't have a glimpse of an idea probably about what life really is, and I probably also don't have appreciation about life, because all I do is I think myself into more and more complicated thoughts, into more and more worries, into more and more constructions, mental constructions. And I miss to be just very simple in the present moment and appreciate life and appreciate my body when I breathe in and I breathe out. This is appreciation, actually, to be grateful to be able to breathe. Nowadays, even more than back then, to be healthy. And this, I can't tell you more what a big relief it was when I finally understood, or I even have this issue, but it's much more easier than before when I understood that they help me. And I just have to ask to be supported. And I mean, you have to ask in a respectful way. At least for me, I feel a big gratitude to these entities, to this power. Very, very great gratitude. And also a little bit some sense of responsibility for the gifts I have received. But at the same time, my heart feels so much relief, since I understood that there is not the need for running around and struggling and trying harder than necessary. And so I would say that is one of the gifts of a QHHT session, that you really get the clear contact to your subconscious, to your superconscious mind. And once this connection is established, you can call upon them. You can reach out for them much easier than before. And then all you will have to do is just call, just ask, and then relax and enjoy and breathe and allow things to change, things to transform in the way you want them to be. And this will make you feel very good, I can really tell you. This will make you feel very grateful for the small things, and you will have so much more appreciation for everything in life, for food, for your friends, for your pets, for the house you live in, for the things you love, for the air you breathe. All these things will seem much more beautiful to you, and much more, they will be like, you will just see the spirit in everything. And that's what life's about. And I just felt like sharing this with you, with all of you today. So don't try too hard. Just look in the right direction and ask and trust. And that's it. Okay. Thanks a lot for listening to me. Hope to see you again. My name is Gita. Bye-bye.